Switch to other scene. Okay. Let's see if I can find my chat. I just go like this. I forget how to just only look at the chat. Oh wait, that's not what I'm trying to do. I can get to the stream. I can see the chat, but not as like a blow up thing. Let's try anyway to make it okay. I don't think you can do landscape and like stretch it across the screen. It just doesn't work that way. Okay. Fair enough, I guess. Okay. Oh my goodness, I'm not trying to do that. Okay, sorry. I had to get my chat in order. Let's see if I don't have to practice. I'm getting to the point where like I truly feel like I almost don't have to. Most of the time. But sometimes I have to go over my approach to Stars 3. Which is subtly changing all the time. I don't even know if you can have a simple, cohesive strategy to approach it with. Like how general and vague the rule set you try to follow is. Thanks, Ashes. And I have been doing offline attempts most every day. For up to a couple hours, I'd say. My no board is not showing up because I forgot to do the most important thing. So I can't focus on dodging this. Yeah, I forgot to do that. I was about, well, I mean, I was remembering to do that and was about to set it up. And then I got distracted with something else that I had to do. It's better. What? I actually had a short circuit of the brain of like which direction to go. Just choose the direction it's spinning in most of the time, please. I have a dodging strategy where I don't have to make that split-second choice. It should be automatic. But I'm not thinking about it quite enough, despite it being automatic. Asterisk. I'd never get hit on that. Or that. But I wasn't really focused on doing it. I mean, that wasn't really sloppy. It's just continuing to move. I knew the slash was going to happen before I would run into what otherwise might be a border. You take damage in. But I prefer to like stop in the gap and make it look like I wasn't close. Which I wasn't, but I made it look like I was close despite literally not being when the strike happened anyways. That's just personal nothing to take seriously. Like that. That's what I'm looking for. Making a bunch of uncommon errors. If I can just avoid these little things happening. It looks like cope because it's the only gameplay that has been shown on stream. They happen. I guess streaming, you inherently open the door for people to analyze your gameplay, and I guess I have the fear that someone's going to analyze my gameplay as deeply as I do personally, so I feel like I have to explain the truth of like what's going on, like the full context behind stuff, even when I don't feel like it, like verbally explaining everything, like why it went wrong. I mean, it helps, don't get me wrong, to identify like why things went wrong, but it kind of does nothing to be like, oh, that's not our usual mistake. Even if true. And that just like builds on the pressure like to perform in the moment when you are live. But I just gotta treat this like any old trash sessions. It's not trash. Every session that isn't the successful one is not trash. But to set the expectations sort of correctly, you shouldn't expect greatness. It's usually just repetitive failure. You shouldn't expect greatness always, or especially right now, ever. That just leads to that. I didn't check the stream health. Let me know if frames are dropping or anything is off about like the quality. I should probably just like also local record to be safe. But I guess it's not happening on this one. The lengthy challenges are the exciting ones. Good thanks. Thank you for the good luck. Kazala's a ding dong even. That's a fun one. Could have tapped up one frame to make that a little cleaner. Okay, kind of stable despite the awkward there, if that makes any sense. I need to not go all the way to the edges. That's like getting my timing off. Yikers, buddy, boy. Okay, my reactions are miscalibrated on this. Whoops. I'm getting caught, like, not actually reacting to the proper direction to move. I have plenty of time to react always. It just sometimes feels like there isn't. And I force myself to like rush at the bullets to have increased stability for the slash transitions. Like the transition into the next slash, you want to be closer to the center to be ready to position yourself optimally for the incoming slash and bullet wave. That is me justifying why I attack the pattern, so to speak, by like rushing the teeth, skirting by it, or by them. Nice. The other day, I would guess I would consider 3 decent attempts, but 2 really, really good attempts that made it like around 70% of the way through. And I think like that third one was made it past halfway, I think, or like about halfway. I need to hesitate on my reactions a little bit. Hesitate's not the right word, but just process and then move with confidence from there. Like, properly process, yeah. And let's hit some more crits. I need to really dial in on that. Ay, ay, ay. I'm actually borderline fucking practicing the teeth attack. I really feel like this is naive. Okay, well, this is naive to say, but my gamer ego is telling me I really should be able to dodge every single whatever. I call it teeth now, but box splitter, I think, is like what the wiki calls it. I should be able to dodge every single box splitter 3 variation, like, and react to it. Like, the problem there was, like, actually me taking a bit long to process, but, well, it kind of played into it. Actually, did I move into the bullets? Did I, like, move down too early? My problem is I do not, when I am close to the teeth, I do not have, like, focused enough vision. I go, like, full peripheral mode, but I'm a little, like, imprecise with it. Just a little too much. I'm going with the flow too much on there. Like, I need to increase the awareness when I'm skirting past the bullets that I interchangeably call teeth. Shouldn't be like in the corner, but I think for reactability and simplicity, I should be like barely just out of the corner. I meant to frame 1 tap left sooner, but it was okay already. Beyond box splitter, I should be like just a little bit out from the corner, no matter where I am, where I find myself. That is the best place to be, the easiest for visibility and reactability. As I think I literally just went against my supposed practice. Turn loop. Now. What was that? What was that? I knew, like, my first choice was to go above that bullet that I decided ultimately to try and go under. And I knew that was the better choice. Yet I don't even know what it was. I want to say I was like greedy trying to go under, but greedy in the sense that like I thought that would be the more comfortable direction to dodge the aftermath from. I don't even think that was true, but like that split moment. Just making a lot of just split moment, unfortunate choices that were not happening the other day. Hey, Golden. Just warming up. but I am doing real attempts. Oh wait, I keep forgetting. Okay, after this, after this run. Well, actually, let me know if there's any like dropped frames or anything like that. I keep forgetting to check the stream health between attempts, and I still haven't started local recording, which I should just constantly be doing. Anyways. I think I am dropping some frames. Okay, I was having issues before, like, I don't know, like, what the ultimate issue is. I do have the bandwidth for, like, very high bitrate streams. I should, like, every time I do an internet speed test, I'm sitting around at, like, 40 megabits per second upload speed. Which equates to, like, technically, like, 40,000 kilobits per second, I believe. But something about streaming on YouTube that this just wasn't happening on Twitch. Well, I mean, you have a much more limited bitrate situation on Twitch, but the higher bitrate streaming on YouTube, like, I just dropped hella frames. I don't know why. Kind of makes no sense. I was trying to, like, think out loud to come up with something through explaining it, but that is not... I got nothing. I have no idea. Sometimes the updates screws with your bandwidth. Interesting. Ay. Like, I was just making humongous assumptions right there. Well, the quality was gonna suck anyway, so. That one I have to purposely die. Okay. All right, let me check. I've dropped 4.4% of rate. That is unacceptable. Why? Kind of makes literally no sense. I changed settings since last time. I thought it might be because of the video encoder. I changed the video encoder to H.265 AMD whatever instead of H.264, which is like the regular thing. I even lowered the bitrate a lot. Like, it fucking doesn't make sense. Actually does not. Twitch streams are just fine. And I'm streaming at like less than a third of my total upload bandwidth, and I know that shit's not getting used, so. That's a bit of a mystery to me. It would be kind of a bummer. I mean, like, I don't want to believe that this is, like, unfixable. I guess I'll just go to 10K bitrate. Since I can change that live. But, yeah, I really don't have a clue. Please use a keyframe frequency of 4. Oh, what does that say? I'm getting like a update. Fucking, what did that just say? Why didn't I maximize it? No. No. Hold on, let me change my bitrate again. That's when it popped up. Yeah. Tell me. Ugh. I could not see what that advice was from you. It's a keyframe interval. Do I have to stop stream to change that? Where is that? B frames, I see. Is that keyframe interval? No. Keyframe interval. Oh. That could be the whole issue. Okay. Are we winning? Hold on. Let's go back to 15K. I don't know how that alone could just be the issue, but you never know. Okay, but I will start local recording on top of this. Hang in there, computer. I mean, it should be able to handle this. Let me see the like task manager. Like, what do we got? Yeah, I mean, it's not even gonna, it's gonna be like a third of CPU usage at worst. in GPU usage. Where do I see? Barely anything. Like, I mean, this is so low. I mean, yeah, it's all. I'm just worried about the load of the recording and stream. But okay, let's try a bit more. Kind of a forced short break there. Let me know if anything changed. Or rather, let me know if still skipped frames. Frame skipping. Breath, 1.5 speed no hit would be. I think if I were to do 1.5 speed no hit, that's what I would try to do. I don't know how unreasonable that is. I don't think, I mean, the fact that I don't have to dodge so many iterations, I just have to dodge like one iteration of the hardest stuff. It's gotta be doable. I don't even think I'd see all 15 attacks still, even with base party. I'm not positive. I don't know much about like damage numbers or the boss health. I forget all that. I only know the relevance for this one thing, which is it's about 85 turns here, depending on the crit rate. I'm assuming the best. Gotta get my inputting right. My menuing. That's what I meant to say. That's where the U sound came from. After all this time, I still like try to menu too fast because I feel like I'm supposed to do it like frame perfectly the whole way through, which I mean I never have done once. I'm fairly sure. I just feel like it's expected for there to just be completely godlike menuing. So I try to do it without knowing how to do that. The result is sloppy rushing menuing. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong spot. My eyes were not open enough. I don't mean literally. I just mean seeing paths. I was not ready for worst case scenario. I mean, it wasn't even worst case. I think I made it worse by how I moved as it was triangulating on me. And then I tunnel visioned like completely on a gap that I thought was going to form that just didn't form. there should never be a problem on sword tunnel. I know that sounds like the dumbest thing ever, but honestly, I don't even consider it as difficult as box splitter attack with the teeth. Stars 3 and box splitter 3 get like a full point of concern from me, but the sword tunnel ending only gets like half a point of concern. I mean, it's about 85 turns. I think I did the math once, carefully. It might be like exactly 85 or maybe even one less, or give or take a couple. That's best case scenario. Like not missing more than like 6 crits or something like that. That's where I really don't know. The amount of turn increase depending on missed crits. Or just, I mean, it's missed crits, but, well, if I miss a crit, it's usually just 1 frame off. I don't think I ever missed worse than that. Except, like, ultra rarely. But that equates to an actual duration, almost, like, just about exactly 20 minutes. A bit over. Again, my eyes are not locking on to a definitive gap there. It wasn't impossible. That was definitely reactable, but I'm just not spotting fast enough on those two instances in a row. Keep your options open, your eyes open. Despite all of this, the boss is still ridiculously fair. It can get definitely overwhelming after the stars explode on the star attacks. You know, especially stars 2 and 3. Not so much 1. But I'm of the belief it is always possible to predict, to like see the pattern just about as it starts to really unfold, and to have knowledge to analyze in the split second what the correct pathing should be based on like some logic. And you're not even always going to choose like the best spot to be, but even if you're not the best spot to be, it's still very, very, very likely to be dodgeable nonetheless. It's something about my awareness on this attack is losing. I honestly, if anything, I really just need to practice that for like 5 minutes one more time at any point in my life, and I'll probably not get hit by it much ever again. I'm just too lazy to open the different version of the game to practice that one attack for 2 minutes. It's just not worth it. I'll just dodge it the one time in the run. It really is not that bad. But I'm not viewing my problem is I'm like trying to react to the sword tunnel as it's changing its course, like as it's rotating, which is the wrong way to go about it. You can see the change like before it's gonna happen if you pay attention to, it's hard to, but like if you more widely expand your vision outside of the bullet box and take in the whole pattern of the sword tunnel curve, you're just able to more clearly see what you're about to deal with, as opposed to pseudo reacting to it as it's changing close to the soul, if that makes any sense. That was like a misinput. I didn't really want to move up there. I was wanting to move down, but I was being like too careful about moving my hands freely. Oh yeah, definitely like the bone wave in Sansa's finale. And then the rotating slash attack. The final version is exactly reminiscent of the final, like the actual finale, that being the Gaster Blaster. The rotating Gaster Blasters, or Gaster Blaster pattern. Thanks, Neon Dude. And Golden. I'll have to check on YouTube. Or on OBS. Okay, I've dropped 5% frames since making the changes that I did. Ah, man. Nothing seems to be helping the stream health. Damn, okay. It's gonna have to be like some ongoing thing. There's genuinely no good reason it shouldn't be handling it fine that I'm aware of. The issue has to be some niche, more complicated thing that I'm just unaware of. I am local recording now, so I at least have a flawless recording. But I more than have the bandwidth to stream at double the bitrate I'm attempting to stream at, despite it being 1440p. I mean, I guess I have no reason to believe the changes that I've made to like the settings, you know, these subtle settings would fix it. but I have nothing to latch onto. Otherwise. Ay, ay, ay. Very, very, very readable. Unfortunately. I dodged a lot worse patterns than that in that attempt. At least 2. Actually, hold on. Dropping a lot more frames now. It makes me, okay. I'm like, I don't even know how I can stream. Don't know. I would like to stream attempts and not have to worry about it. I mean, I know not that many people are watching, but anyone who, you know, wants to watch, I would like to have that option be open. But I kind of don't want to do it if the quality is that bad. I'm on the latest stable version of OBS. I have no clue. I'm gonna have to like research what is caused on Twitch. I don't know what the disparity could be, what the difference is. I mean, like, the only thing is I know I'm trying to stream at a higher bitrate, which I thought was allowed. Or is this just... Would the same thing be happening on Twitch? I actually don't know. Whoa! I guess I could just try streaming on Twitch and see how that goes. Man, I guess let me do like just a quick rudimentary, if that's even the term, search. Okay. I'm trying to just stop recording. Overloaded on my computer. Currently, keyframes are not being set 4 seconds or less. Is what it's telling me.